It's been a long time since the UFC has touched down in New Orleans, Louisiana, but what better occasion for it to be than for Dustin Poirier's swan song? It will be his retirement fight this weekend, and he takes on a rival who he already has 2 wins over, but we know it, they're always entertaining and fun, compelling matchup with Max Blessed Holloway. It is surely to deliver on Fight of the Night honors, although there are some other fights on this card that might be able to steal it away if they can provide the fireworks. Reminder, this is the quick picks version for UFC 318. If you want the full breakdown where I go nearly an hour on all 14 of these fights, check out the MMA Lawcast, which I dropped earlier this week. You can either find it in the description below or just hit up the YouTube channel and you'll see it right there. All right, without further ado, hope you're laced up and ready to go because we're off and running with the first fight of the night between Carly Judice and Nicole Caliari. I'm expecting Judice to manage her distance, utilize her volume and output, and pick apart Caliari from distance en route to a decision victory. Next up, we got Bruno Ferreira going up against Jackson McVey. McVey coming in on somewhat short notice after he was supposed to fight 2 weeks ago for the promotion, but he's fighting the most difficult opponent he's ever come across, and I think Ferreira crushes him and finishes him within the first round. Next up, we got Ryan Spann going up against Lucas Brzeski. Spann is still looking for that first heavyweight win, and I think he gets it here, but I think Brzeski will make this a lot more difficult than the odds indicate, but I think Spann ends up finding the finish inside the distance. Next up, we got Jimmy, the Brute Crute, going up against Marcin Prachnio. Similar to Spann, I think Crute is very flaky and inconsistent, and Prachnio is more than capable of pulling off the upset. But I think Crute will utilize his aggressiveness, land a big shot on Prachnio to drop him, and then follow up with the submission to get the victory. Next up, we got Adam Fugitt going up against Islam Dulatov. I think Dulatov is the truth, and I think he makes his UFC debut in emphatic fashion here as he finishes Fugitt within a round and a half. Next up, we got Atiba Gautier going up against Robert Valentin. Gautier is a physical specimen that we have yet to see in the UFC, but he's still very young, only 23 years old, and Robert Valentin could make things very difficult for him. I'm still going to pick Gautier here as I think he lands a big shot to put Valentin away, but do not get carried away with that minus 500 chalk. Next up, we got Francisco Prado going up against Nikolai Veretennikov. I think Veretennikov has the experience advantage as well as strength of schedule advantage, and I think he can thwart the power punching approach of Prado, who is ill-advised to be at 170 pounds. Look for Veretennikov to put together a full mixed martial arts performance here to win this fight on the scorecards. Next up, we got Marvin Vettori going up against Brendan Allen. I think this is a great matchup for Vettori to keep this fight upright, bully Allen in the clinch, and bully him even more in the pocket exchanges as he pulls away, winning this matchup on the scorecards. Next up, we got Kyler Phillips going up against Vinicius Lockdog Oliveira. This is a perfect matchup for Oliveira to showcase his dominance once again. Seeing what he was able to do against Ricky Simon and most recently against Said Nurmagomedov gives me confidence that he should be able to shut down Phillips' grappling game and striking game and eventually pull away with this matchup in the second and third rounds, producing a round 3 knockout. Next up, we got Michael Johnson going up against Daniel Zellhuber. I'm going with the Mexican fighter here as I think he can pick apart Johnson from distance, and I think that will eventually line up a big knockout for him, and I expect it to happen within 2 rounds. Next up, Dan Ige going up against Patricio Pitbull. I think Ige's volume, output, and ability to manage the distance and pace of this fight will be key to him to shutting down the power striking game of Pitbull. Look for Ige to have a competitive first round, but really start chipping away at Pitbull and showcasing that he's winning and inching out each round here and winning it on the scorecards. Next up, we got Kevin Holland going up against Daniel D-Rod Rodriguez. I think this is a great stylistic matchup here for Holland as I expect him to pick apart Rodriguez from distance, and I think he can utilize his speed and stinging power to eventually line up a knockout, getting that victory over Daniel Rodriguez. Next up in the co-main event, we got Paulo Costa going up against Roman Kopylov. Costa is the wild card of all wild cards in the UFC. You never know whether he's going to show up or not, and that is what makes it so difficult to determine whether you should be putting your money on Kopylov or not. In terms of a prediction, I expect him to win, and I expect him to outpoint Costa, utilizing some grappling and striking to win this fight on the scorecards. And that brings us to the main event of the evening, the third fight between Max Blessed Holloway and Dustin the Diamond Poirier. Poirier is up 2-0 in the series, and I can understand why he wanted to make this his retirement fight because of the possible entertainment value they could provide. But I think his power punching approach will be a little bit more effective than the volume we saw from Holloway. And we saw that in their second matchup where Poirier was able to win 4-1 on the scorecards. And I expect him to repeat that here and win this fight once again on the scorecards. And new BMF champion, the retiring Dustin the Diamond Poirier. There you guys go. Full card breakdown, quick picks version for you guys there. Again, I broke it down in full for an hour earlier this week, so make sure you guys check that out. Otherwise, I will see you guys hopefully later today for the PFL breakdown, if they've already dropped odds for them or not. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the PFL breakdowns, as well as the Lockheed two-step Lockheed Trinity free parlay. See you guys then. Peace.